Hello, Trinity folks. Pastor Grins here with a Theology in Three. Continuing in our series of recapping the Overflow sermon series from the previous weekend, today we talk a little bit about stewardship. That was our topic in the Overflow sermon series this last weekend, and it was all about the shift from being filled up with God to now how I overflow. One of the ways in which we see the overflowing of God and the blessings that He's given to us is how we steward the gifts that He has given to us. Now, this is nobody's favorite topic. I don't want to talk about it. Nobody wants to talk about it, but it is something that God talks about. And yes, I do want you to tithe. I do believe that 10% of what we receive, net, gross, I don't care, 10% of what we receive in our lives should be given on to the church. But I would also say, I say that for the church, 10% of what we get should move on to the district and to the synod so that they can do the work that they do that we cannot. Now, somebody asked me that, should we tithe, Pastor? Yes, I want you to tithe. Yes, I want you to be a cheerful giver. But more importantly, I want you to remember that earth is the Lord's and everything in it. All that we have, all that we are, come from God. That's why we focused in our sermon in this last weekend on the responsive reading we've been doing during our offering time. I want us to be reminded again and again and again of God's goodness to us and all the gifts that He gives us, and I want us to respond in gratitude and thankfulness to what He has done for us. So I want to encourage all of you as you are thinking about stewardship. Yes, it's about time. Yes, it's about talents. Yes, it's about treasures. But most importantly, remember that you are God's servant. You are His child. He's the one that has given you His grace and His mercy. He wants you to use that. He wants that to overflow into the lives of other people. And so I would encourage you to think about how that could play out in your own life. What does it look like to steward the things that God has given you? That was something I didn't touch on in the sermon this weekend, being the manager of what God has. I'm not the owner of this business, but instead the manager, the one who comes in to do for the owner what he wants to have happen with the good things that he has put into the business and the church that He has given. I view myself as a manager. I am the first follower of Jesus in our midst. I am the under-shepherd of the great shepherd, not the one who owns the flock, but the one who's been charged with taking care of it. That reality focuses everything that I have and do. All the stuff that is on my plate fits into that category. And so I want to encourage you to think about it the same way. You're the manager of God's business in your life. How are you going to go about doing that? Blessings to you all. Enjoy your week. Remember, the pastor's away at all pastors this week. We will be back for Wednesday night faith, family, and fun. Have a great week.